Hi there, Grayson, Leah, and Kim. Video lesson for today. 4 things I want to talk about. I'll go down the list. If you have questions at the end or want me to look at anything, feel free to shoot that on over and I'll do my best to answer. Cool, let's get to it. So first thing is the thumb stroke, right? We're going to start getting this guy going, moving around. We're going to need him for steady hands, but we have all of Bach tons and the second half of Firman tons to get this technique down. So I think we're in a pretty good position right here. So we place the thumb here on the 5th string, where we've had it before since the beginning. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the pointer finger, we're gonna place our pointer finger right here on the G string. Just like that right there. The other fingers can kind of just like hang out back here. And what you wanna do is make sure that you're not having too much tension back here. Make sure you're not pressing in on the G string like this right here. That happens sometimes. A little student will start pressing in really hard. You just wanna gently just touch that string, just really relaxed. And you'll touch the side of the thumb with the 5th string right here. And what you're gonna do, you're gonna push through the 5th string. Careful that this doesn't happen. That's another common thing I see, is that when you play through this, the whole hand will or the arm will kind of come down. I also see this too, where a student will have their thumb bent like this and try to like stab the string with the tip of their thumb. I see that sometimes. So have it on the side of the thumb. Watch the big knuckle back here. Right? If I have the big knuckle and I push through, that's where I'm moving from. So it's not this for right now. And it's not this, but from the big knuckle, touch, push through, touch, push through. What you're gonna do is you're gonna push through that string, and you're gonna come in contact with the first tip joint of the index finger. So it comes through and lands like that right there. So it comes and makes contact. Touch the string, push through, make contact, touch the string, push through, makes contact, just like that right there. Work on that for me. Number 2 is note reading, making sure we're still using our flashcards as a review. And I'd also like you to have, let's see here, page 19. I'd like you to have page 19 ready for me for next time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to quiz you, Grayson, on the note names. I'll have you clap the rhythm and then their position on the guitar. So I'll say name the notes, you'll go through name the notes, and I'll point to random notes if you play that on your guitar, note position. And then I'll ask him to clap the rhythms on here. Remember that we have our 8th notes in here, so TT, so you have ta, 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 ah, ah, ta, 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 ah, ah. You hold that one out. And then down here you have ta, ti, 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 ta, ti, 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 ta, ti, 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 ta, ah, ah. Right, so practice those for me. Next thing is the Bach tons prep. So the Bach tons is the first appearance of a ring finger note in the series. And so we want to make sure we're doing all these techniques, like making sure we're practicing our thumb and fingers exercise, or thumb exercise, and then the ring finger exercise. This will be very important. The end of book 2 is, the end of book 1 is really kind of like a bunch of new techniques to practice, and then book 2 we get into the free strokes. So we're kind of wrapping up those last few techniques that are kind of pop up in book 1, and that way we can start book 2 exercises. We still have a few pieces left to go in book 1. Not that many. I think we have steady hands, Bach tons, and Meta Minuet. Actually, not that many. Meta Minuet, and then we off to book 2. So for the A finger development. Oh, let me explain this real quick. I almost forgot. We labeled the letters of the right hand P, I, M, A. Thumb, index, middle, and then ring right here are called P, I, M, A. It comes from the Spanish words for the fingers. I'm not going to pretend to speak Spanish or butcher the language, so I'm just going to use the initials P, I, M, and A. That's how they're labeled. As you get further along in the series, you have to be really careful about doing the right hand patterns that are indicated in the music. That's why we spent so much time in the last few years practicing our I and M alternations to make sure we don't do just with one finger guitar playing, because we're going to be doing a lot of this, and then we're going to be including the ring finger now and all that. So what you're going to do is you're going to touch the index in the middle to strings 3 and 2. You can put that thumb up here on 5 if you want to. And what you'll touch the ring finger right here to the first string, the E string, and you're going to push that through and rest on the second string. So you touch this right here on strings 3 and 2, index in the middle, touch the ring finger to the third, so they say to the first string, push through. So not this, right? None of that. Arms very still, over top, push through. Over top, push through. These shouldn't, the one thing I see for these is like people start digging in with this, they'll actually push in like really hard here, and you'll see the strings bend up like this way. We don't want that. We want to lightly touch, no pressure on here. Keep them very relaxed. Push through with that ring finger. That way when we get to the spot in the Bach tones, right, it'll be nice and easy. So we'll have a second prep that we'll do with that. The first appearance of a guide finger, that'll probably be in the next lesson or 2 or 3 or something like that. One of the most important parts of Book 1, in my opinion. Cool. Work on that for me. And then lastly, just something short, work on the A section of the firm and tons. I'll hear that for next time, and then we'll start work on the second section of the firm and tons. Like I said, if you have any questions at the end of this, which is now, feel free to shoot those on over, and see you guys same time next time. Bye.